Oh, the Gold Dust Twins are here.
Listen, I want to don't put too much pressure on me today. I'm not fighting me. Don't I'm going to ask you questions. You look elsewhere.
You're my Helen Thomas.
I know. I always
Hey,
feel
I
like.
think you're. By the way, I think you're confused on Kurt's comment on the turn your phones off. Because you didn't say it came from last year, or was it a couple years ago that you talking about that? About the Sarlius and turn your cell phones off.
This is,
Who was that I was talking to about that? Okay.
I don't remember.
He did it in the question the other day.
Oh, that was okay.
Do you know how far away they are?
Florida?
Yeah.
They are coming soon.
It's about 1,000
Debating
miles.
a bathroom run.
1,200 miles, something like that.
Bum, bum, bum.
They're shut down. You can walk in the back.
We'll just stand up and
I
clap
think
for you.
I think they'll be coming soon. So I am confident you can do this.
You see Sully's shirt? It'd be
You want to leave your computer here on my chair? Yeah.
Hopefully it'll
I
work
won't
for
see
the rest of
it.
it.
That was
I
good.
got you.
You can laugh at yourself.
What are you going to do? You can't laugh at yourself. Who can laugh at?
That was back to like the first 6 games. Yeah. High drama. What inning was it that TCU had the bases loaded and went out? About the 5th or 6th?
The black curtain of death. The BCOD.
We'll find breakfast somewhere. I may get up early and go out to Boys Town tomorrow and then come back and take a nap. That intrigues me.
The series presser things on Friday no matter what, right?
Yeah.
Even if there's no game on.
I'm not sure yet on the order if bracket 1's first or how they're going to do it.
There won't be any combined games.
No.
It's the only way to decide.
We need a coach and 2 or 3 players. And then at the end of that, we'll have the photo sessions.
Never.
Then we'll do the second. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Kenny, you know that some of my guys from 03 are going to be here.
Yeah, you tell me.
Austin Davis wanted a photo with Austin Davis.
I'll allow it.
We can Photoshop it somehow.
Gators are on the way, so I'll give you the pre-conference announcements. Remember to turn off or silence your cell phones. And when we get to the question and answer period, please give us your name, affiliation, and to whom you're asking the question. We'll get a hand mic to you so it'll be heard by everybody. Recording press conference video on cell phones is prohibited, and if you're joining in on Zoom, please use the raise hand function for questions. We'll address questions in the room first, and then take questions from Zoom as time permits. Here we go. So I've done the announcements. Give us an overview,
Yeah,
please.
well, first of all, I want to congratulate TCU on an unbelievable season. I mean, they threw a freshman out there in probably the biggest game of his life and really pitched good. Shortstop's a freshman. Their catcher's a freshman. The big lefty they brought in, the Delp, he's a freshman. I mean, they couldn't have asked anything more from their young players and all their players to get to this point is an unbelievable accomplishment. And I know they're disappointed, but they certainly belonged here and, need to congratulate them on a great year. As far as the game today, Jack was really good. He made pictures when he needed to, and he'll probably say otherwise. But at the end of the day, he bent, but he didn't break. If that makes any sense. So he made some big pitches, and I think Ryan Slater coming in and recording 5 outs was huge. So we didn't have to go to Cade as early as we possibly wanted to, and obviously Brandon, did his thing at the end. So we're excited about moving on. Obviously, Cade's hitting the 6 hole was huge. It put us ahead. I was really pleased with how Brandon bounced back from the 8th. And obviously, Josh's 2-run homer to get us on the board was really big for our momentum. We played really good defense, and like I said, just looking forward to getting started again on Saturday.
Okay, we'll open up for questions for the student athletes first. So raise your hand. We'll get a hand mic to you, and we'll start up here. Yes.
Yeah, Kevin Brockway, Gainesville. Cade, you've hit a lot of balls right at the button at people. Did you get a sense you were kind of due, or what was your mindset going into the 9th inning of that bat?
Yeah, a lot of times in baseball, things may not go your way, and I feel like baseball always has a way to come back around, and it's just really important to stay in the moment for when you do get the opportunity. And, in that spot, he got me 0-2 quick, and I just knew he wasn't going to get me out. I wasn't going to go down.
Okay, next question. Oh, yeah, here in the back. I can't see you.
Sorry. Michael Farrar with Berg Sports Network. My question is for Josh. Josh, can you talk about the home run? What was going through your mind when you hit it out of the park?
Yeah. Going into the at-bat, we knew that he had a good fastball that, played well up in the zone, and he could command his off-speed pretty well. So, I wasn't really looking for anything specific, but, I was just trying to be on time for the heater, and he came first pitch slider, and, I didn't let that take me away from my approach. I stayed on the fastball, and, luckily I saw it pop out of his hand and got a hanging slider that I could put a good swing on. So, it was huge for our momentum, definitely to get us up early in the game, and I just think it was a very big moment for my team, so it was special.
Okay, Matt.
Matty Ramirez, White and Blue Review. Josh, they had runner on second, laced that ball in the gap. Teams haven't been sending runners on those kind of in-between balls there, but they sent theirs. How did that sequence play out in your mind once you got the ball on the relay?
It was an aggressive move on their part, and, that's what sometimes teams do, good teams do, to try to steal a run, especially with, what happened the other night against Oral Roberts where I got caught sleeping. So, he laced it into right field, and our right fielder got it in as quick as possible. And as soon as I caught it, I just kind of kept my head on a swivel and turned around, looked towards home plate immediately. And luckily, I had enough time to, set my feet and make a good throw home. And it was a tremendous tag by BT, and it was just a great opportunity for us to, get it out and not allow them to tie the game.
Okay, the other Matt.
Matt Tallery from World Baseball Network. Jack, how did you feel on the mound today with your built-in composure alongside with your mechanics today, and also Michael Robertson's game-winning catch at the wall to help you guys punch a ticket for the first time since 2017 in the College World Series final?
Yeah, I felt good out there, honestly. Obviously didn't have my best stuff today, but like Sully said, bend but don't break. But Mikey's catch, I mean, that was awesome. That ball off the bat, I'm pretty sure everybody thought I had a chance of going, and seeing him not be afraid of the wall was huge.
Okay, next question. Yeah, once again, Kevin.
I don't know if any of the players could speak to the defense overall today. I mean, your throw, obviously Mike's catch in the outfield. I think Halter had a really good play at third base. How important was it just to kind of make those plays during the course of the game to maintain the lead?
Jack, you start.
Honestly, the double play, that was huge. Against Richardson, Josh and Cade doing what they do best, making it quick, making it easy, and helping me out in tough spots. I mean, that's just the way that this team's played. Everybody has each other's backs, and that's just kind of how we've gotten to this point.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, our defense has been really solid, and, I have to give credit to our bullpen, too, for keeping us in the games this whole time we've been here, too, as well.
Josh.
Yeah, basically to piggyback off them, like Cade said, our bullpen's done a tremendous job of letting us work. Especially with our starters, they've done a tremendous job of trusting their defense, and our defense has played, a great factor in where we are today, and it's just huge for us to be able to make the routine plays and also make a spectacular play whenever it's needed, like you said, with Colby Halter making a tremendous diving catch and Mikey running down a ball that was hit really well. So it's important for us, and it's kind of a point of emphasis as a team to just go out there and, make all the plays we can and just try to help our pitchers out as best we can.
Okay, any more questions for the student athletes? If not, guys, we'll excuse you now, and we'll see you Saturday.
Thank you.
If not before. Okay, we'll open it up now for questions for Sully, and we'll start with everybody all at once. Okay, Matt.
Matty Ramirez, White and Blue Review. Sully, the running game is a big part of TCU's offense, but it just seemed like every time they got on base, you guys, for whatever reason, were holding well and not letting them get any advantages there. How do you think you guys shut down the running game today so well?
Well, that's one of the parts of the game that Jack's tried to work on extremely hard, is holding runners at first, and he's a lot quicker to the plate now than he was the first half of the year. He's worked hard on his pickoff move. We knew they liked to run the vault steal, and we knew that, so we've got a different pick for that. But overall, our pitchers just did a really nice job today.
Okay, Joe.
Joe Healy, D1 Baseball. Coach, how much was this result a product of what you and your staff tried to do in terms of building the pitching staff, where Jack is out after 4 1/3, and yet you're just kind of able to stack bullpen guys one after the other and not feel overly stressed in that part of the game?
I don't know if you could say not overly stressed. We were in a one-run game, but it takes. I was talking earlier. It takes a collective group to get to this point. Just like Michael hasn't played a lot, but he made the great catch in center field. Ty has really gotten hot for us down the stretch here. Colby Halter was out of the lineup for some time, and now he's back in the lineup. So it really does take a collective group. And we knew our pitching was a work in progress when the season started, especially the bullpen side of things. But I think that just kind of shows you kind of where we're at with our bullpen. Slater comes in and gets 5 outs, where the other night he didn't have the results he wanted to, but he was able to move on. And to have somebody like Neely at the back end is huge. It's kind of like in 17, we had the same situation where we had Michael Byrne. So, no, it takes a collective group, and it's not easy to get the World Series, number one, but number two, to be in position to play for the national championship.
Okay, Kevin.
What does it mean to be back in the College World Series? I mean, it's the 4th time in school history, 2nd time for you, and anything you learned about the first series, final series that you take into this one coming up this weekend?
Well, you learn a lot from all of them. I mean, 2011, I think, played South Carolina. We had the bases loaded, no way out in the ninth, and didn't score. It seems like just like yesterday. Then in 17, we lost this game and had to come back with Alex Faedo, as you remember, in the second game to get to the final series. And then, we got, a great performance by Brady Singer. And obviously Tyler Dyson came up huge for us in the second game. But, it's just it's not easy to get to this point. It's just not. And I know I overstate it and say it over and over, but we just played 3 one-run games, and they're all nail-biters down to the end. So, there's a lot of things that have to go right. This team is different than the 17 team in a lot of ways. But in the most important ways for me, very similar. Starting pitching in 17 was outstanding. I feel like our starting pitching's pitching the best they have all year. We had Michael Byrne at the end. We got Brandon Neely at the end. I don't think we made an error in 17 out here in 5 or 6 games where we played. And we're playing really good defense right now, knock on wood. But there are some similarities. But like I said, just excited for the guys, our staff, everybody that's involved. Like I said, it takes a whole group of people to get to this point, just not the players or coaches. There's a lot of people behind the scenes, from people on our staff to the managers, that stay up cleaning uniforms till 2 o'clock in the morning. So it's a really good feeling for how those guys experience this.
Okay, Matt.
Would you mind replaying your inner monologue for us off the bat with Taylor there, 2 outs in the ninth?
I was 0-2. We called up fastball. Obviously, he didn't get it up enough, but I be honest with you, I thought it maybe had a chance, even on a bad day like today. I don't know. Maybe the camera got me at the final out. I think I put both my arms over the rail and just kind of laid there for like 15 seconds. I just couldn't believe it. It was typical way to end the ball game, right? So the way things have gone. But Michael made a great play. Good for him.
Okay. Any more questions for Sully? If not,
thank you.
I'm sure we'll see you on Friday.
Okay. Thank you.
Shit, you see people were paying attention.
What have I done? Nothing. I'm just here, guys. I want to remind you that Hammond Communications posts a recording of this news conference in the NCAA Digital Media Hub at ncaa.veritone.com. Transcripts provided by ASAP, and they'll be posted shortly. Frogs aren't up yet, huh? There's Kirk.
TJ, you'll just go right back.
What's that font? Word font.
I don't know. What's my score? This is your good.
Get your guys in. Get your players here. Yeah. Well, we'll wait on Curtis and
they'll be here in a minute.
Yeah, Curtis and Braden. Okay, we got a twofer. Okay, if you're just joining us, remember to silence your phones. Kirk, good season. Give us an overview, please.
Yeah, I couldn't be more proud of our program and our players. Obviously ran up against a great Florida team and just came up one run short. But, I mean, like I told them, just the story and the journey that they took us on this year will never be forgotten. I think it completely changes our program in terms of what they did from the middle part of the season until now. I just think that it's over. But I've never been more proud of a group.
Okay, we'll start for questions for the student athletes. And just raise your hand and we'll get a mic to you. Aaron, thank you.
Aaron Fitt, D1 Baseball, for both of you guys. I mean, kind of expounding upon what Coach just said about this group, maybe the lasting impact that this team will have on the program and the run that you guys have been on. What has this kind of meant to you guys?
Curtis, you start, please.
Yeah, no, it's definitely meant a lot, especially whenever 2 months ago after we got swept by West Virginia, we had a decision to make in the course of where the season was going to go. And, I think as a unit, we just came together and we played the TCU brand of baseball. And there's nothing that can really compete with that. And, just from that point on, it's just been awesome. Just watching this team develop and the friendships that we've all had. It's the tightest group that I've ever been a part of. And, it's just been a phenomenal group.
Braden?
Just like he was saying, not everybody thought we were going to be at this point in the year where we're at right now. And I just can't say enough about, all my teammates, all the staff, everyone who's been here to support us all. I'm very lucky to be a part of this team. Like Curtis said, this is one of the most tight-knit group of people I've ever been around. Like I said, just very, very lucky. Very, very happy to be a part of it.
Okay, next question.
I'll jump in. I mean, just the other thing, too, sorry, but this is Coach Winkler's daughter, Cole. You want to say hi to everybody? But, I mean, this is the type of kids I get to be around every single day is, we just lost a ball game, and Braden Taylor has Coach Winkler's daughter, Cole, up here with him. The stories are endless in terms of the kids that we have in our program, it just speaks for itself in terms of who we get to be around every day.
Wish we had a nameplate for her. Next question. Okay, Gary.
Barry Lewis with Killer Frogs. This is for both Curtis and Braden. Yesterday, by making it to today, TCU baseball becomes the 6th program in TCU this academic year to make it to the national semifinals. What does that say to you and to be a part of that, and what does that mean for TCU sports?
Braden, you begin.
Well, it's really cool to be a part of such a great school. Us in the fall as a baseball team, we would always go to all the football games, watch what they did. They had a phenomenal run. We take what we learned from them. Same thing with basketball. It was just super, super cool that a little school in Fort Worth could do so much. I think that plays a lot into our game where people sometimes overlook us. But yeah, like I said, it's a very special time to be a Horned Frog.
Curtis.
Yeah, Braden pretty much covered it all. I mean, it's just a spectacular year for TCU athletics, and hopefully, that'll get the ball rolling for next year as well.
Okay, I'll go right up here first.
Charles Baggerly, TCU 360. For Curtis and Braden, what does it mean to you to lead this group of freshmen, and what do you expect from them as time moves on?
Curtis, you start.
Yeah, just an amazing group of kids. Just, the first day they walked in the door, wide-eyed, and then to see them now, just their development over the year. Carson Bowen, unbelievable, as we've seen all year. He's done a spectacular job, and it just brings, just so much joy to me just to watch his process. And,
his development over the year. And, he's like a brother to me, so he is my brother. And it's just the way that the year's been, he's been doing an unbelievable job. The pitching staff, they've been doing a great job all year. Cole Klecker, Ben Abel, Louie, they've been doing an awesome job. And, they're in amazing hands going down the road. So it's very, very exciting to see those guys and the development and, just the future that they have. So it's very exciting. Braden?
These guys, this freshman class honestly taught us a lot. It was about us leading them in the fall, trying to get them accustomed to how TCU baseball runs. But they hooked on immediately, and then throughout the season, they're the ones picking us up. So I'm very excited to see their future. I mean, these guys no longer freshmen, but they were no longer freshmen in December. So like Curtis said, I'm excited to see these guys and their journeys forward. They're going to have great careers.
Aaron.
Aaron, 51 again. Braden, got to ask you about the final out because you obviously hit that ball really, really well. What did you think? What kind of the range of emotions off the bat and then going forward?
Yeah, I mean, I went up there taking my same approach I always do, even though the moment may have seemed a little bit bigger. But I was just going up there trying to get a good pitch to hit, put a good swing on it, and I put a good swing on it. I thought it may have had a chance, but I think big credit to Florida, though. Florida's going to be the team to win this thing. I feel like they're a really, really good ball club. And, they just the emotions that ran through my head after that was, I'm just going to it's going to be tough. Not very many words. It's hard to put into words right now.
Okay, any more questions for the student athletes? If not, congratulations on a great season, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You want me to carry? You want to walk?
She can stay. Thanks, guys. Okay, questions for Kirk, and we'll start here with Matt.
Matty Ramirez, White and Blue Review. Kirk, I imagine this is kind of one of the things that a coach can't really control when you're sitting 23-20, wondering how a group of guys is going to respond to that and which direction they're going to go in, and then 21-4 with 4 1-run losses the rest of the way. What kind of characteristics did it take to pull that off, do you think?
Resilient, hardworking, determined young men that, just decided that they weren't going to lose anymore. And it's pretty special when you get, a group of guys that, the story is, every season has a story, but this one's pretty special in terms of where they were and where they finished, and being one of the, they finished top 4 in the country. They were 23-20, left for dead, and they just kept showing up, kept working, and if they don't hold on to that for the rest of their lives and think about what's possible when you just work hard and believe, I don't know what else you could point to, because that was pretty special just to see them continue to grow.
Okay, Kendall.
Kendall Rogers, D1 Baseball. Kirk, is somebody who's played in this College World Series, how do you put into words just the job that Cole and Ben did as freshmen? I know they're not freshmen maturity level wise, but just freshmen on this stage, pretty incredible.
Really, you hit the nail on the head in terms of Cole and Ben. I rember my freshman year. Wasn't like that, in terms of the roles that they had. And, they'll take a step back and look at it, and, seasons on the line and all those different things throughout the end of the year. And it didn't affect them one time. And, Cole asked for the ball last night. I didn't know who we were going to start, but, Cole shot me a text, and I kind of made my decision, and he's answered the bell every single time. And the first guy that I wanted to come in after that was Ben, because he's done the same. And then obviously finishing with Garrett, he's done the same. So, pretty special kids in terms of their competitiveness and their ability to just simplify the game. That's that's the sign of genius, is what they say, is you can make the complex seem simple. And I think that's what Cole and Ben and really all of our guys have done. Just super proud of the way they handled themselves on and off the field.
Okay, next question. Back here.
Kurt, Michael Farrar with Berg Sports Network. Kind of a two-part question for you here. What are you most excited about for the future of TCU baseball coming back? And then you mentioned earlier about the people behind the scenes. Could you kind of, if you could, tell a story that may have like made your year that we may not know about, that the people who impact you behind the scenes?
Well, I mean, there's so many different, I think there's so many stories. The one that pops into my head right now is our managers. You know, that they donate their time to TCU baseball. They're there longer than we are. You know, whether it be shagging fly balls or helping hit fungos or doing the laundry to, I mean, you want to talk about, like, those are the people that make a program special, is when you have people that don't ever get any credit. You know, they're kind of behind the scenes. They don't get the credit. But, man, they make our program go. And, you know, to our bullpen catcher. I mean, all those things, it's like you don't really realize until you don't have those people that want to donate their time. You know, and we have a huge manager pool of kids that just love TCU baseball and love to serve. And, you know, those guys are pretty special in our program and are treated just like our players are. And I already forgot your other part of your question. Oh, moving forward with TCU baseball. I mean, we hadn't been here in 6 years, and the guys were tired of looking at the 2010, the 2014, 15, 16, and 17 signs in left field and the old pictures that are in our classroom to all those different things. And we'll have some updating to do because this group, you know, did some special things that you know, are going to be, they'll be able to come back and show their kids and do all those things, because they definitely, I think, was one of the best stories of the year in terms of who they are and what they did. And so super proud of the fact that, you know, they won't feel it right now, but when they come up for air and understand and realize how difficult it is to get here and the way they played, there's some long-lasting memories that won't go away.
Okay, any more questions for Kirk? If not, thank you.
Thanks, Bill.
Hey, congratulations.
Thank you.
On a great season.
Thank you guys for your coverage, too. Really appreciate you guys.